Today, your ACT passage asked you to finish out passage 1 about the dragonfly and then move into passage 2. So now we're going to take a look at the last 2 questions of passage 1. And now my ride is finished for today. I leave the trail and come out into the open manicured park at the trail's end. There, my older brother helps me out of my chair and into his waiting van. He puts Luigi in the back, and I return to the world of pavement, streetlights, and traffic. But in my mind, I am still gliding through the forest. I am like the water, flowing over ancient stones. Inside, I am still a dragonfly. Hopefully number 14 was really easy for you. We have one trail, and it is possessing one end. So our correct answer is G. Trail apostrophe S. Number 14's right now with F is saying that we have multiple trails not owning anything. H says we have multiple trails owning the one end. And J is just incorrect, because if we had multiple trails, we would just put the S apostrophe like in H. Now, question 15 asks you about the preceding passage as a whole. So what you read on page 12, 13, and now this on 14. Suppose the writer's goal had been to write an essay illustrating the pleasure that people can take in nature. Would this essay accomplish that goal? I hope that you put yes, because this essay focuses on the narrator's joy at having access to nature. I think you can tell that especially from his last line. Inside, he is still a dragonfly. He loved being in that park. All right, now we're going to move on to passage number 2, Beneath the Streets of New York. At 2 p.m. on October 27th, 1904, thousands of New York City residents poured into the streets of Manhattan. All right, so I hope that you will notice the way that this date is written. All right, October 27, comma, it's correct so far, 1904, semicolon. Now, if you remember, I told you earlier that we can only use semicolons to join together two independent clauses to form one complete sentence. But at 2 p.m. on October 27, 1904 is not a complete sentence. So it cannot be F, and it cannot be H, which leaves us with G or J. And we want thousands of New York City residents to remain without the comma, so our correct answer for number 16 is G. Their cheers competed with the blare of ferry boat horns and the whistle of power plants. The city was celebrating an incredible engineering feat, semicolon, the completion of the first section of the New York City subway. All right, again, we've got a semicolon. Do we have two complete sentences? The answer, of course, is no, we do not. We have one, the city was celebrating an incredible engineering feat, and then we have additional details on that feat. The completion of the first section of the New York City subway, but that second part is not a complete sentence. All right, so we know we cannot have A. B would not make sense. So we're left with C or D, right? And we know we need something, and that something that we need is letter C. We need a colon, 2 dots. All right, we know that we use colon for time, such as 10 o'clock, or excuse me, like 10 colon 04 for 10:04. So we separate hours and minutes. And then we also use colons to give extra information if, like this sentence does, a complete sentence or independent clause comes before where you want to stick the colon. So number 17, the answer is C. All right, and then we have our little square box, number 18. The writer is concerned about the level of detail in the preceding sentence and is considering deleting the phrase, the first section of, from it. If the writer were to make that deletion, the paragraph would primarily lose information that Hope you figured it out. G clarifies that only part of the subway system had been completed by October 27, 1904. Because if we just said the completion of the New York City subway, we would believe that the entire thing was complete. All right, and that's why we have the distractor J. We don't have anything about its cost in letter F, and we don't know anything about the second section in letter H. So again, our correct answer is G. So for answer recap, the last two questions of passage 1, number 14 is G, number 15 is B. And the first three questions of passage 2, number 16G, number 17C, number 18G. If you have any questions, please send me an email. Have a great day.